Morning everyone, joined by David up at Uriah. Time to take a look at our runners on Saturday, but let's kick off with an update on Redkirk Warrior, who goes around the July Cup in the early hours of Sunday morning.
Yeah, Ben's really happy with him. Regan's been over there, rode him on the track that he's going to be racing on. Very, very happy with him. We were chatted after his last run at Ascot. He just didn't like racing from right to left, but back racing left to right, which is the same way as Flemington, not having to travel because he's based at Newmarket. There's a couple of reasons why he could turn it around, and he's great each way odds. And you know his best form is proven through Merchant Navy, so he's capable of running a great race.
Back on home soil over in Adelaide, we've got one runner, and it comes up in the South Australian Grand National, and that's Honey Steele's Gold for Tom Ryan.
Yeah, defending his title. We've put blinkers on him just to sharpen him up a bit. Hopefully that'll do the job because he's just been a bit off the pace his last couple of runs.
At Caulfield, in the opening event for 2-year-olds, we've got a couple of debutantes. The first is a colt by Fastnet Rock out of Ronan's Bay called Ronan's Rock for Craig Williams. His track work and trials have been classy, and I'm expecting a good run. Barrier 1's a bit of a worry, but if he can overcome the inside gate and get a good start, he'll be there for a long time. And we also have a filly, which is by Bella Spree out of Sue's Babe, called Pick Up the Pieces for Chris Parnham.
Yeah, she's a promising filly that'll really improve with racing, and I think her potential will be realised when she gets to 1400 and a mile.
Race 2 over 1200 for the 3-year-old fillies. Another bad barrier draw. Typhoon Ruby's drawn gate 12 for Fred Kersley.
Yeah, we're going to wait. She had no luck from the bad gate the other day, and I just think with the racing pattern she'll get posted wide. So there's plenty of races coming up for her. She's a good filly.
And we also have Prepare to Win for Mick D in gate 2.
Got a good gate. Her training has been excellent. She'll be in it for a long time.
Race 3 over to 1700. Portion Control, Fred Kersley, gate 12.
Ran a great race first up and has trained on well. Actually, he's been doing some work with Sinkanabad, who won extremely well yesterday. So his form's good and his track work's excellent.
Race 5 over the 1200 metres. Hear the Chant, Andrew Mallion, gate 7.
Yeah, I just like her from this gate. I think she can improve. Her coat's wonderful for a mare in winter. Good each way chance.
And in race 6 over the 2000, going for 3 in a row, Legale for Craig Williams.
A really promising 3-year-old. Was really impressive in his 2 last wins, and I can't see any reason why he won't do it again. He's a Nakoni at 2,000 metres, which might be a slight query, but everything he does tells me that he'll run the 2,000.
And what's our best bet for the day?
Probably that horse, Legale, and big watch on Ronan's Rock, classy horse.
Thanks, David.